Hi, welcome to Curious Kids Every Day. I'm Josh. How are you doing today? It's so good to hear from you. Hey, when you are listening to my voice right now, what part of your body are you using to hear it? Yep, your ears. Hey, what do you hear right now? Yep, those are birds chirping. And what about this? What do you hear now? Yep, that's a thunderstorm. And what about this? What do you think this is? Yep, it's music. Isn't it interesting how your ears can hear different sounds and then your brain can interpret what you're hearing? Have you ever wondered how that all works? How do your ears and your brain make sense of all the things you hear every day? Well, it's actually a really interesting process. Do you want to hear about it? Let's go. Every sound you hear starts with vibrations. Imagine someone strumming a guitar string. The string shakes back and forth very quickly, pushing the air around it. Those pushes and pulls create little waves in the air called sound waves. Even when you talk, the reason you are making a sound is because your vocal cords are vibrating to make sound waves. But now, how do sound waves reach your ears? Well, sound waves travel through the air until they bump into your ear. And your ear has three main parts, okay? See if you can remember these. The outer ear, the middle ear, and the inner ear. Can you repeat those? The outer ear, the middle ear, and the inner ear. The outer ear is the part that you can see on the sides of your head, plus the ear canal that goes inside. The shape of your outer ear helps catch sound waves and funnel them into your ear canal, like a cup catching water. The sound waves travel down the canal until they reach a very thin, stretchy piece of skin called the eardrum. When the sound waves hit the eardrum, it starts to vibrate, just like a tiny drum. The vibrations are really small, but they carry all the information about the sound, like whether it's loud or quiet, or high-pitched or low-pitched. Then next, the vibrations move into the middle ear, which has the three smallest bones in your body: the hammer, the anvil, and the stirrup. These bones form a little chain, and they pass along the vibrations from the eardrum to the inner ear. They also make the vibrations stronger, kind of like turning up the volume. But now here comes the coolest part, the inner ear. Inside here is a snail-shaped organ called the cochlea. Can you say cochlea? It's filled with fluid and tiny hair cells. When the stirrup bone vibrates against the cochlea, it makes the fluid inside ripple, like waves in a pool. As the fluid moves, it bends the tiny hair cells. Each hair cell is tuned to respond to different pitches. Some detect high squeaky sounds, like a whistle, while others detect low rumbly sounds, like a drum. When the hair cells bend, they create electrical signals. These signals travel along the auditory nerve, all the way up to your brain. Can you say the auditory nerve? All right, so finally, your brain does the amazing job of turning those signals into something meaningful. Instead of just random vibrations, your brain says, "Oh, that's music," or "Oh, that's my dog barking." It even helps you figure out where the sound is coming from by comparing how fast it reaches your ear. Isn't that amazing? Okay, now I'm going to switch gears just a little bit to talk about something else about the ear that's really interesting. Have your parents ever made you wear earplugs or headphones at a loud event so that the things around you weren't as loud for you? Do you know why they made you do that? It's because the hair cells in your cochlea are super sensitive. Once they're damaged, they can't grow back. That's why it's important to protect your ears from really loud noises, like fireworks or super loud music. Now, when I was a kid, I went to a lot, and I mean a lot, of really loud concerts. And whenever I left the concert, I noticed something strange. I couldn't hear as well for a little bit. Everything sounded muffled. And I always wondered why. But now I know. When you hear a really loud noise, like fireworks or a concert or a sudden bang, the tiny hair cells inside your cochlea bend a lot more than usual, and they sometimes get tired or temporarily damaged. While they're recovering, they don't send signals to your brain as well. So it feels like your hearing is muffled or blocked for a while. This is called a temporary threshold shift. Can you say temporary threshold shift? Temporary just means it doesn't last forever. Threshold means a point that is being crossed, and then shift means there was a change. So temporary threshold shift means that for a little bit, a point has changed. And for your ears when they're trying to recover, that just basically means your ears are protecting themselves after being exposed to loud sounds. Most of the time, your hearing comes back after a few minutes or hours, and thankfully mine always did after concerts, but I definitely should have been much more careful. That's why things like earplugs at concerts or turning down headphones that you're wearing while you're listening to music are so important. They give those delicate hair cells a better chance of lasting a lifetime. You can't grow more of them, so you have to take care of the ones you have. Our ears are one of the most amazing parts of the human body, and it really is a team effort. Your outer ear catches the sound, your middle ear strengthens it, and your inner ear translates it into signals. And then your brain just understands it. All of that happens almost instantly every single time you hear something, whether it's your favorite song, your mom's voice, or the crunch of a carrot. Isn't that amazing? What's your favorite music to hear? Is it this song? I bet I know your least favorite song. Is it this one? That song probably makes you really sad because it means the show is over. All right, let's have a quick quiz. What do sound waves travel through on their way to your ear? They travel through the air. What part of your ear looks like a snail? That would be the cochlea. And what carries signals from the ear all the way to the brain? Remember, there's a nerve. Do you remember what it's called? That would be the auditory nerve. You can remember that because auditory kind of sounds like audio, and audio is about sound. This is an audio show that you're listening to right now. That means it's a sound show. There's no pictures or videos. It's just sound. Let's play true or false. True or false? The eardrum is a bone in your middle ear. That is false. It's a thin piece of skin. True or false? The cochlea is filled with fluid and tiny hair cells. That is true. True or false? Your outer ear's shape helps catch sound waves. That's true. Acts as a little funnel. True or false? Humans can regrow their cochlea hair cells. That is false. Once they're gone, they don't come back. That's why you have to be really careful not to listen to super loud things a lot. Would you rather be able to hear whispers from far away or block out any noise you don't want to hear? I actually don't like wearing headphones. I'm wearing headphones right now while I record this show, and I don't really like wearing headphones. If I'm listening to something while I'm out for a run, I wear headphones, but I don't like the way they feel. I don't like blocking. I think what it is that I don't really like blocking out outside noise. And so I don't think I would want to be able to block out noise. I think I would rather be able to hear whispers. That would be cool. Okay, I've got a lot of fun What Am I games today. Are you ready? I've got 4 of them. Here we go. What am I? I'm thin like paper. I vibrate when sound waves hit me. And I help pass sound into the middle ear. What am I? That's right, it's the eardrum. Okay, here's another one. I'm filled with fluid. Tiny hair cells live inside of me. And I'm shaped like a snail. That's the cochlea. Okay, what am I? I'm the smallest bones in your body. My names are hammer, anvil, and stirrup. And I help make sound vibrations stronger. What am I? Yep, those are the bones of your middle ear, the smallest bones in your body. Okay, one more. What am I? I'm on the outside of your head. I catch sound waves like a funnel. And speaking of funnels, I funnel sound into the ear canal. What am I? That is the outer ear. Okay, now, since we're doing an episode about sound, I thought it'd be fun to play a sound game. I was going to play some sound effects and let you guess what they were, but I have a different idea. I'm going to describe a sound, and I just want you to try to make that sound. All right? You'll be impressed with how many different sounds you actually know how to make. Are you ready? Can you make the sound of a squeaky door opening? That's how I would do it. All right, what about the sound of thunder rumbling? What about the sound of popcorn popping? All right, what about the sound of a whistle? Do you know how to make the sound of a whistle? I am not very good at whistling. Let me try. Not very good, but, I try. All right, one more. What about the sound of your stomach growling? In real life, my stomach actually is growling because I'm very hungry. I should just put the microphone to my stomach. Okay, so now we know. Sound waves start in the air, travel through your outer ear, vibrate your eardrum and bones, ripple through your cochlea, and finally get sent to your brain to understand. And this all happens almost instantaneously. Isn't it amazing how the body is created? What kind of question do you think we'll ask tomorrow on Curious Kids Every Day? I can't wait to find out. So until then, keep asking questions and stay curious, kids. And for all the grown-ups listening, the Curious Kids Club is coming soon, so go to supportcuriouskids.com for more information. And please visit CuriousKidsEveryday.com to get a free printable with activity ideas that don't involve screens. Those are the best kinds of adventures to have. That's CuriousKidsEveryday.com. See you tomorrow.